Welcome all Agile friends out there. My name is Vasco Duarte and I'm hosting this session with longtime friend and product manager lead at the Digital Product School in Munich. We will dive into the topic of how to make your product management career as difficult as possible, how to make it a painful one. So I'm sure you're all eager to hear what Steffen has to share. Hey, Steffen, welcome.
Hello, nice to see you.
Absolutely. We will also be, by the way, talking about how ChatGPT can maybe make your PM career slightly less painful. Tune in for that chat with Bruno and check out all of the others, of course, at productownersummit.org. But now it's time to focus on making your career as painful as possible. So, Steffen, you suggested a quite interesting topic or title for your talk. So give us an intro to what you mean by making your PM career start as painful as possible.
Yeah, sure. So as you said, I'm working with a digital product school here in Munich, and I have the privilege to be able to witness several teams throughout the years and to guide several product teams in a very condensed way. So far we accompanied more than 130 teams. And we started to notice patterns that those PMs who follow a certain pattern will have an easier life than others, right? So, so that's how the idea was born.
And all of these teams had at least one PM, and I guess some of them even have more than one PM, right?
Yes, exactly.
So that means what, like 140 PMs that you've witnessed through the DPS program so far?
Probably a bit more. So whenever there's an external company partner involved, they send their own PM. So then usually the teams have two.
And the program is like 3 months, so it's like quite condensed. So at least in my experience, it kind of amplifies the patterns, the good and the bad ones, right? Because there's so little time that the product managers try to compensate for the lack of time by controlling, by trying to do things the way they think will work, right? And that kind of amplifies the patterns.
Yeah, and that usually that backfires because when you have it's 3 months, but when you deduct all the holidays in Germany and the workshops we have, then they have roughly 44 days to work on the product. And when you do not strictly follow an agile mindset, then it will be a bit too late when you find out that it's time to pivot now.
So walk us through some of those patterns that, in your experience, have made these product managers' career starts very painful at DPS.
Yeah. So what we notice over and over again is that, especially in the beginning, not only the PMs but teams cling on the stakeholder input, right?
And what do you mean by clinging on stakeholder input?
So they take the stakeholder input, by every single word and try to translate it into a product immediately without reflecting on it. And the same goes for user research. So whenever you do a user interview, then you will probably make your product career a painful one if you, without any reflection, translate that into the product solution. This is something we have to, it's a lack of experience, and we have to protect the participants in the beginning from that and guide those first stakeholder conversations pretty closely.
So if I understand correctly, what you're saying is that so they're going into a 3-month program, and of course they have stakeholders when they go in. There's how might we question already, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, wouldn't it be great?
How might we, wouldn't it be great? Yes.
Wouldn't it be great question? And then there's a stakeholder or an organization behind that question. And when they come in, they already have that there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I've noticed, that exactly what you said, right? Like they start